Hello adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're already kind of in the middle of an adventure, so I'm going to catch you up to speed. This morning we woke up in Cape Perpetua. It's a beautiful area on the Oregon coast with some amazing views. Now you might have seen that we went to Thor's Well before, and also the Devil's Churn. This is in the same area, but oh my goodness, I wanted to share something a little bit different with you guys. We went ahead and went down just a little bit and woke up this morning with the birds, the waves, and everything was so amazing. And that's what I'm about to show you, this amazing morning that I've spent. But then I'm going to catch you up as we go to the visitor center as to why this place is so cool.
Sailors passing on the street, are you ready for peace? Ships are filling up fast, are you ready for ease? Forget bad memories and leave those hurting knees behind. Birds are filling up the sky, are you willing to try? Right. Sing along as they hum and be fulfilled. Many more will come, many more under the sun. Pack your finest suit. We will keep it steady. We will be the confetti. If we fail, we just reboot.
As you can see, wonderful place to wake up. Oh my goodness, so beautiful and just really peaceful. I have always been a person who really loves the water, so getting out there and being able to adventure across some of those rocks while the tide isn't crashing over them was so spectacular. However, we wanted to come over to the visitor center, and along the way there's a nice path that runs right along the coast, kind of takes you under the highway and then along to this area. Now this area is beautiful, and we've been joking and saying that it looks very Jurassic Park-like, but it really does, and it's pretty fabulous. But along the way you'll notice there are a few signs telling us some really important facts. So let's dive in just a little bit. We like some new brain wrinkles, and well, it's before my coffee, so let's get some brain wrinkles going, and then we'll head to the visitor center to see what's there. You might notice that this sign right here has some really cool photos, but also that there is what looks to be an old slab here. Right over here there's actually a staircase that goes down back to the trail. But what is this? It talks about the Cape Perpetua scenic area, and at one point in time this is what the camp for the CCC in this area would have looked like. This was the entrance. They had these grand posts, and it was called the Cape Creek Camp. CCC. Now, if you're wanting to know what that looks like in its entirety, this is what it actually looked like. Of course, now all we see are these abandoned slabs left here to educate us a little bit more about the core itself. But at one point in time, they actually had a dining room, a bakery, a kitchen, a storeroom, several wash showers, rec rooms, bunks, and garages on this property. And you can see a little bit more about what this would have looked like right here. The CCC was a great organization that was established to help a lot of people have jobs whenever jobs were pretty sparse before World War II. And these historic photos show us a few of the people who might have been stationed here as a part of that. CCC was formed originally as a product of the Great Depression. People needed jobs, and it was an easy way for a lot of work to get done, and for the men especially to be able to do this. Men would make about $30 a month working for the CCC. And at that time, that was a whole lot of money. They were also being able to get food and lodging and accommodations. And sometimes they were shipping back more than they were keeping just because they were trying to help their families at home. And this was a great way for people to find employment. Now, why did the CCC disband? Well, it was because of World War II. At that time, they needed people to shift their focus to the war effort, and everybody was throwing their name in the hat to go and serve and be a part of that. So it kind of took away from the parks and the improvement projects. But now we have these beautiful, still standing places that were created well back into the 30s. And it's amazing to see how the craftsmanship was really super solid and still remains today. In fact, let me show you something pretty cool. CCC was known for their stonework, and many of the structures that you'll see today still have these intricate stone designs around them. Now, a lot of our state parks and national parks were created by the CCC. What does the CCC mean, though? It's the Civilian Conservation Corps. These were civilians who were just working to establish these areas so that they could keep them where we could come and visit them even all these years after. They were a huge part of the conservation effort and keeping people on trails, so to speak, so that we would still have these beautiful surrounding areas and people wouldn't just traipse through them. This was also a part of the Protection Act that came along that founded our national park system. So super, super, super neat. And there is one more sign. Let's take a look. See, the CCC Boys Cape Creek Camp 963 was established between 1933 and 1941. And then this is just a little bit of the history of it. It says here that the CCC was originally established by President Roosevelt during the Great Depression, like we just talked about. And men who served in the CCC were typically between 18 and 26 years old, and they enrolled for a 6-month tour. This area was a little bit different as to how do they utilize the CCC. In this area, they cleared brush, they created roads, they created structures and things for people to come through this area. And again, they made sure that everything was safe and secure for years and years to come. So even though the CCC has been disbanded, you can most of the time go to places and put your eye on something and be like, that's a CCC project, because it was so distinct in how it looked. But enough of this, let's go down this path right here and check out the visitor center. I'm really eager to see what else that there is there, and I'm gonna try to find a patch. What is this?
So this looks like it's the big blue whale jawline, lower jawbone. It's huge.
Okay, so that's what this part is, like right here. And this
Yeah.
is like the average human right here. And then look at this. I don't need to encounter a big blue whale ever. It's huge. That's just the jaw. In comparison, human jaw, whale jaw. Unfortunately, today the visitor center itself is closed, so we can't get a patch, but we are checking out this beautiful view that they have, and oh. That I'm learning here at the visitor center, even without it being open, is the fact that they do have the whale migration that goes through this area, and that's why we're seeing all these cool whale things. They have some signage here talking a little bit more about what the whales eat, what you could see in the sea, and also some fun facts. And that's why I always say stop off at the visitor center, because so many good nuggets, so many new brain wrinkles, so worth it. Noticed that earlier whenever we were looking down at the different kinds of birds, there were several different species, and here you can find out a little bit more about what all you can find. Now, when the visitor center is open, also they have some more information inside about the various birds, so check that out. This is kind of interesting right here. It says it's the perfect climate, and it says that it's actually kind of like a temperate rainforest, which makes sense because of all the ferns and different things. Riley. You keep saying it looks like Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Like, for real, guys, though, it really does. If you've ever seen the movie and in your head you can visualize what that movie looks like. Well, the Oregon coast looks exactly like that, and it's absolutely fabulous. Although I do know that some of the film locations for Jurassic Park were actually a bit south of this, and they were filmed in the Redwood Forest. In fact, if you ever go to Valley of the Ferns, there's a big scene from Jurassic Park that was filmed right there. Thanks guys for coming along with me today. I have truly enjoyed sharing this particular area with you and some of the cool history. As we continue traveling, I can't wait to share even more. There's going to be some really neat stops ahead. And in fact, a little bit later today, I'm going to go film a super special episode that I have been waiting for since I was up here last 3 years ago. I am super excited, and I think you will be too. Remember guys, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time, and today was definitely that. A brisk morning walk, a beautiful scenic view, and a little bit of brain wrinkles along the way. Till next time guys, bye!